African geopolitics. Declaration of the College of Heads of State of the Confederation of Sahel States, CSS, concerned with defending the dignity of their people and preserving the integrity of their territory in the face of imperialist and neocolonialist ambitions. Their Excellencies, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, President of FASO, Head of State, Army General Assimi Goïta, President of the Transition, Head of State of Mali, and Brigadier General Abdraman Chiani, President of the National Council for the Safeguarding of the Homeland, Head of State of Niger, created the Alliance of Sahel States on the 16th of September, 2023. This decisive new initiative, driven by a shared determination to achieve true sovereignty and foster a genuine popular movement, was strengthened by the withdrawal of the three countries from the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, on January 28, 2024, and the creation of the Confederation of Sahel States, CSS, on July 6, 2024. The College of Heads of State of the CSS notes that since the adoption of this new strategic stance, driven by legitimate aspirations for freedom and peace, the imperialist French junta, sensing its interests are under threat and supported by certain heads of state in the sub-region, has been desperately attempting to halt the emancipatory momentum initiated by the CSS. Reaffirming the irreversible and immediate nature of the withdrawal of the CSS countries from ECOWAS in its declaration of the 14th of December, 2024, the College of Heads of State of the CSS duly considers the decision to extend, for 6 months, the withdrawal of Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger from ECOWAS, as yet another attempt to enable the French junta and its allies to plan and carry out acts of destabilisation against the CSS. Instead of a collaborative approach between the CSS and ECOWAS to manage the technical aspects of the withdrawal with immediate effect, the College of Heads of State was surprised by this unilateral decision to extend, which cannot bind the CSS countries. The College of Heads of State notes with regret that within ECOWAS, destabilization maneuvers are regularly initiated by a handful of heads of state, who impose their aspirations and foreign agendas on the rest of the organization. Evidently, these actions demonstrate that the security issues, which the CSS countries have successfully addressed in the sub-region and whose benefits extend to the entire region, are not a genuine concern for these actors serving a weakening master. Furthermore, the College of Heads of State is closely monitoring the deceptive maneuvers initiated by the French junta, which pretends to close its military bases in certain African countries only to replace them with less visible structures, while pursuing the same neocolonial ambitions. In addition to these activities, there are ongoing operations to reorganize and regroup terrorist groups in the Lake Chad Basin, the Sahel, and certain border areas, including Niger Nigeria, Niger Benin, Niger Burkina Faso, Benin Burkina Faso. These groups receive various forms of support from foreign states, including financial aid and logistical resources, aimed at destabilizing the CSS. In light of these worrying facts, the College of Heads of State of the Confederation decides to 1. Place the security and defense forces on maximum alert. 2. Establish the confederal space as a unified theater of military operations, coexisting with ongoing national military theaters. 3. Call on the CSS populations to exercise increased vigilance, systematically report any suspicious activity to security forces, and reject recruitment proposals from terrorist groups. The College of Heads of State reaffirms its commitment to resolutely continue the CSS people's fight for true sovereignty and dignity. Issued in Bamako, the 22nd of December, 2024. Signed, Army General Assimi Goïta, President of the Transition, Head of State of the Republic of Mali, President of the Confederation of Sahel States, CSS.
Hanafeko, the African Perspective.